I would explain to them that we use American Sign Language. And body language is included in American Sign Language, something that English speakers do not have. Our emotions and body language express our feelings through our language. We may be able to use more than one language. Our first language is American Sign Language. We use English as well, and some people are able to speak English. They may be able to use language in 3 different ways. Other people are monolingual. With my family, we have more homemade sign language. It's kind of like lazy signing. When we talk to one another, we invent signs just for our home communication. We understand it. But if I do the same thing here at school, my friends are like, "What's that?" And I have to remember to leave these home signs at home. Some of my friends' families are predominantly hearing. Some may be of different cultures. So their signing style could be different. They may sign just very limited, a few words. And real American Sign Language could be difficult for them. My favorite class is ASL, American Sign Language. The reason is it's very challenging. ASL has rules and structure, just as English has rules and structure. My first day of school, when I looked at my schedule and I saw that I had ASL class, I thought, why? I already know American Sign Language. I know everything there is to know. But then when I was in class and started to learn, I learned about glossing. I learned the name of the different structures in American Sign Language. There was a lot more to it than what I thought. It's not easy at all. It's a lot more difficult than I expected. Sometimes I have a difficult time with people that can hear. I say the wrong word or mispronounce the word, or they say a word that's very long and complicated and I'm not able to understand it, and I get frustrated with that. American Sign Language is much easier for me. It's a better way to communicate. Sometimes I use my voice as well, sometimes I do not. But it's hard communicating with hearing people. One example is my family. They can all hear. I'm the only deaf person in my family. I would tell people that can hear that the deaf world is a small world, but it's easy to recognize and meet new deaf people through friends, through many different people. Deaf people tend to stay together. They have a lot of access to communication when they're with one another. Deaf people can go on and on and on. Hearing people have a conversation, short, sweet, to the point, and they're done. But deaf people, during their conversation, they'll remember something, they'll talk about that, they'll drift off point, they'll come back to what they're originally talking about. Also, our body language is different. Many deaf people are very comfortable with being touched. They're fine with it. It's not a problem. But if you were to touch a hearing person, many of them are like, what are you doing? They're not accustomed to this. Hearing people speak, of course. We sign. We're more visual. People can imagine what we're talking about. I also feel very proud that my family is deaf. Personally, I feel more unique being a deaf person. I'm different than other people. My community and my culture is different as well. They may not understand my culture. I would tell the people that can hear about deaf culture and what it's like. I would say, first of all, just be yourself. In deaf culture, we're courageous. We have American Sign Language. We enjoy life. We make memories. We do everything. We do feel different, but if you want to be part of the deaf community, just be yourself. Be motivated to learn and eager to learn. And you'll learn about deaf culture. But be yourself. In deaf culture, our communication is paramount. We depend on our hands for our language and our eyes. We are comfortable with touching one another to get someone's attention. We may need to tap on a table. There are different ways that we get attention. Whereas people that can hear, they will speak quietly. They will be less animated with their conversation. We use space for our body language. We use movement within the environment. We use a lot of things with sign language that is not used in spoken English. Hearing people tend to stand closer together than deaf people do when they converse. They also, if they need to interrupt a conversation or walk between people while they're conversing, they will say, "Excuse me," whereas deaf people go right through. They don't feel a need to say, "Excuse me." That's something that's acceptable in deaf culture, even though it is a sign of respect. It's different. But our hands provide our communication through American Sign Language. This is what shows our intelligence. And of course, our eyes are key for us when it comes to communication. Deaf culture is our lifestyle, and it's different. Our home life, we have a device connected to the doorbell, so when someone rings the doorbell, a light flashes, we know someone's there. We have the same setup for our landline or video phone. When someone calls, the light flashes. I would say that deaf culture includes American Sign Language. Many deaf people cannot hear anything, but some can hear very loud noises. We are very visual people. Deaf culture, people like to chat, they're more wild, they speak loudly, they sign large. We have more fun in deaf culture. People are more immature, of course. Deaf culture is special. Not a lot of people are involved in deaf culture. It's a small community. We have our language that we use to communicate and socialize with other people. I would explain about deaf people's behaviors, such as they like to be touched, they like hugging, they need eye contact. Belonging to the deaf community has benefits. If I meet a stranger who happens to be deaf, automatically we make friends very quickly. I think that's a great benefit. It's a benefit because even though I don't know who that person is, we're both deaf, we both use sign language, and we make friends fast. It's very simple. Even though I've just met this person, we've introduced ourselves, we started to talk, I feel like I've known this person for a very long time. I wish people that could hear would view us as being just like them, nothing different. It's not like we're creatures that they need to be afraid of because we're deaf. Really, we're all the same. We're all human. I would want to tell people that could hear that they need to understand deaf people, that there's no rivalry between deaf and hearing people. There should not be any barriers between us. Honestly, we're all the same. We're all humans. It just so happens that we cannot hear. We're visual people. We use our hands to communicate. And you know, hearing people can sign. They can learn. For example, they already use gestures like that, saying, call me. Communication is important. And for us, our hands are key. We will not dismiss any hearing people. We welcome them. We would like them to be involved in our lives. I wish at a job, hearing people would just approach me and talk to me, not to be afraid of me. This is what hearing people tend to do. It seems that they don't really respect us or understand who we are. Deaf people can do many things. Hearing people at jobs often don't focus on their work. They're too busy speaking to one another, whereas we focus and get our work done. I think people just don't give us a chance. Sign language and gestures are important. That's how we communicate. People can learn new signs, can learn about the deaf culture. They need to have patience to do so. We understand that it takes patience. And we don't like to be viewed as being disabled. We were born deaf. We don't consider ourselves disabled. So don't view us as disabled people, just view us as being deaf.